Today on Sports Path, we head out to North St. Paul to see how the Polars honored veterans. We'll show you some section final tennis highlights, and we'll feature a new area ballpark named after Tom Kelly. All this and more coming up on Sports Path. Welcome to Sports Path. It's show number 2 this season, and we hope you are as excited as we are for this show, because if you're not, we're not doing our job.
That's right, Zach. We begin with some football highlights, as it was St. Thomas Academy who traveled across town to Mahtomedi, where the Zephyrs hosted the Cadets.
Yeah, and the Classic Suburban rivalry was in full swing. And you see here coming in teams identical 3-1 records. And it was Mahtomedi who really took control of this one early here. Late in the first quarter, 2 minutes to go, Mahtomedi scores first. And it was a homecoming crowd here, so they're riding the momentum. Watch this. Big throw deep into the corner of the end zone, and it was a catch. An unbelievable grab there by Mahtomedi's number 29, Derek Johnson. Look at this one again, folks. Unbelievable athleticism. That made it 13-0. And here we go. In for the score, 15-0 there at the half. That was a touchdown, I believe. There we go. 21-0. They missed the extra point. Thought that was a 2-point conversion. My bad. St. Thomas Academy in the second half, they start to respond here as they start chipping away at this lead. It's now 21-7. St. Thomas Academy handoff here to number 21, Carter Anderson. Made it in for a score. And is now 28-13. And Mahtomedi, another drive here. That was Jackson Hull. As Mahtomedi really took control of this one. The final score here, 35-20, and we have an interview. Here we go.
You know, it was just a great effort with the team and the brothers. You know, it's not just one player, it's a team effort, and we just came out tonight and really played hard against these guys. St. Thomas is a great team, but we just came out really hard. We had a struggle last week, but we really came out tonight and we played very well.
Yes, and a big victory. Who do you got next?
We have Tartan.
Oh, they're a good team. They're going to be tough for you guys, so you'll have a good week of practice. Thanks a lot. Derek Johnson on a great game for the Zephyrs. 35-20 the victors.
Let's go ahead and take a look at those standings, Zach.
Absolutely. Start with Classic Suburban. South St. Paul rather on top, 5-0. The Tartan Titans 5-1. St. Thomas Academy 4-1 in the conference. Mahtomedi, they're 3-2 now. Henry Sibley down there, and then you see North St. Paul and Hill Murray 7-8, 1-4 identical records as Hill Murray seems to be struggling. Also struggling is White Bear Lake. You take a look at the Suburban East Conference. White Bear Lake Bears coming now off a loss to Cretin-Durham Hall there, who is 4-2 now. But just a really 3 5-1 teams on the top there. Stillwater, they had some high hopes coming into the season, and a couple of big upsets there. One of them was Hastings earlier this season. So Suburban East Conference, that's a really tight race in the top. It's going to be interesting to see. Fortunately, Fab 5 team White Bear Lake won't be anywhere close to it.
Well, we can keep our fingers crossed. Back on September 27th, North High School hosted Military Appreciation Night at their football game against Spring Lake Park. Members of the military, veterans, and family members received free admission, a concession stand voucher, and 2 tickets to North Theater's production of Guys and Dolls. The game featured a wide array of military-inspired songs performed by the North's band and choir, and Richard Thill, one of the last surviving members of the USS Ward, was recognized. They collected donations at the event, with proceeds going towards North St. Paul's Veterans Park. TV 19 sports cameraman Kenny Ronan was there and captured all of the highlights.
us, and they wanted to do something for veterans, or try to help with the park, and this was just perfect. This whole program that North High School has put together, along the football coaches and their spouses, along with the junior ROTC, is just truly amazing. And for all veterans, it really makes us all feel very well, very good. I personally know Dick Thiel. He is one of the last 7 crew members from the USS Ward who fired the first shot during World War II.
Time for some soccer section brackets, and ladies first. Let's take a look. Section 4A, Hill Murray down there, number 2. They moved on to play, or they played Mounds Park Academy. So that will be, or they will play Mounds Park Academy rather. And the 12th of October, the winner of that game will go to the semifinals, and then the finals in Section 4A there, which will be played on the 15th, and then the 17th. Now moving over to Section 4AA. This is where the rest of our teams reside, and you see White Bear Lake and Eastridge there. All these teams played on Tuesday for the show, and you see Tartan Montevideo down there, and North St. Paul playing Woodbury. Not much hope for North St. Paul as they moved on. Woodbury beating North St. Paul. White Bear Lake beating the number 4 seed Eastridge. Montevideo moved on to play Stillwater, and those teams will play on Thursday after the show, and they will play, the winning teams will play in the championship game on the 15th. Now to boys soccer, Section 4A. Here's Hill Murray and South St. Paul. Hill Murray, number 1 seed. Look for them to win that game. Montevideo and St. Paul Harding. The Zephyrs have a strong soccer tradition. Wouldn't be surprised to see those two teams move on in these section semifinals, which we played on the 15th, and then you guessed it, the finals on the 17th. Section 4AA. Here is where White Bear Lake resides, along with North St. Paul and Tartan. North St. Paul and Tartan. It was actually a closer game than we thought. 3-0 game there. Cretin-Derham Hall took down Woodbury. White Bear Lake fell to Eastridge. Kind of weird there. Eastridge lost in girls soccer to White Bear Lake. That ended up getting a win over White Bear Lake. Moving on to the section semifinals, which will be played on Thursday, the 10th, between Eastridge and Stillwater, Creighton, and North St. Paul. High hopes for North St. Paul. Hopefully they can play there on that 15th date, and we'll see. Should be interesting. White Bear Lake's Tara Holmes had an amazing season for the Bears last year and was arguably the best high school girls soccer goaltender in the state. After leading the Bears to the state championship game last year, she moved on to the University of Minnesota this year, and it didn't take her long for her talent to be recognized. Tara was named the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week Monday after posting 14 saves last weekend in matches against Ohio State and number 7 Penn State. She also recorded her 3rd consecutive Big Ten shutout. Cool news there. Also going on down at the U was girls tennis. Montevideo and Hill Murray girls tennis met in the girls tennis section final. Here are the highlights there from the Baseline Tennis Center, and it was exciting there. There's a good look at TCF Bank Stadium. A lot of construction going on right now. Brand new dorms there. It's a pretty cool area down there, Dickey Town. Check it out if you haven't been there. As you see, Hill Murray getting ready to go, and there's Montevideo. As these two teams are powerhouses in tennis. They would coming off here. There's a good point there for Hill Murray. Hill Murray trying to do their best against a really good Montevideo team. And again, it was Hill Murray coming into this as kind of the number 1 team, Montevideo being number 2. Here's a point, again, Montevideo just doing very, very good stuff on the tennis court. This one goes out, and Montevideo gets another point there as now Montevideo with the serve. Beautiful play back there. Nowhere to go for Hill Murray. And Mahtomedi actually would win this one 5-2, as you see the crowd cheering there down at the Baseline Tennis Center. Pretty cool atmosphere down there. So Mahtomedi heading to state, and this is how they did it. Hill Murray, they're at number 1. You see Mahtomedi down there. They took on Roseville. White Bear Lake in the mix as well at number 6 seed. Moving on to the semifinals, Mahtomedi, Hill Murray would win along with Stillwater and Woodbury. A tough battle for Mahtomedi. They beat Stillwater. It was a 4-3, very close matchup there. Hill Murray moved on after they beat Woodbury decidingly 6-1. And then Hill Murray, Mahtomedi, we just saw it. The result, boom, there it is, 5-2 the score. Mahtomedi beats Hill Murray.
The Hill Murray volleyball team, led by head coach Tim Whalen, have had a fantastic season this year, boasting a 20-4 record. The Pioneers played host to the Mahtomedi Zephyrs last Thursday. Here are the highlights. And
the highlights here, Mahtomedi and Hill Murray. Zephyrs coming in with a 4-8 record, 16-2-0 record for Hill Murray. And you know what? A quick point for Mahtomedi, but Hill Murray began to take control here. As this is the third set. You see close score, 5-5. Now it's 11-11 as Mahtomedi really held along with Hill Murray for a while. The Pioneers trying to break free here. This point makes it 15-13. And then now with a 16-14 score, Mahtomedi trying there. Hill Murray ended up getting the point anyway. Now it's 18-15. And Mahtomedi trying to defend this one. They can't do so. Hill Murray just so good. And take a look at this, another one here, right through the hands and in there for the point, as it was 25-16 in that third set as Hill Murray beat Mahtomedi 3-0, 17-25, 17-25, and then 16-25. Let's take a look at the Classic Suburban standings for volleyball, and you see Hill Murray on the top, 9-0, undefeated in conference play. North St. Paul close behind with an 8-1 record. Tartan 6-3, and then Mahtomedi at 3-6. Over the Suburban East, White Bear Lake not doing too well. They have not had a win yet in the conference. 0-5 is their record, 3-11 overall, as they are just above Cottage Grove at 9th place. So hopefully things can turn around as it is late in the volleyball season. Hill Murray's Mitch Slattery had a fantastic season last year, putting up 25 goals and 33 assists for 58 points. Last week, Slattery committed to St. Cloud State University, where fellow Pioneer Joe Philippi is currently a backup goaltender. Slattery is heading into his senior year, and you can bet that we will see him at least a few times this winter. I also committed to St. Cloud technically, I was committed to St. Cloud, and I just want to give a quick shout out to the boys back at the St. Cloud prison. Hope to see you guys again sometime soon.
Tom Kelly is synonymous with baseball in Minnesota, and this field in Maplewood is yet another reminder.
Welcome to everyone. I'm Will Rossbach. I'm proud to be the mayor of the city. First of all, I have to say thanks and bless our stars, because we're fortunate that in our city lives Tom Kelly. And so we're here because of him. We're here because of the Twins approached the city and said that they wanted to partner with us to produce a baseball field of this kind of caliber, so that they could do more just to honor Tom and his work over the many years for the Twins.
Well, before, the field was set for 60-foot bases and for smaller players, so second and third grade players. So what they did is they moved the infield grass out, they moved the fences out, they put in the dugouts and signage, and it's been a lot of work, big improvement.
Very pleased to have with us here today Dave St. Peter, the president of the Minnesota Twins, to say a few words on their behalf.
Well, on behalf of the Minnesota Twins organization and the Polad family, I want to say thank you to everybody coming out tonight. Beautiful evening, particularly these players over here. I get the sense there's going to be a game here in a little bit, and that's really, to me, is what it's all about. About a year ago, we had the distinct privilege of retiring the number 10 and putting Tom Kelly's name up there with the likes of Harmon Killebrew, and Rod Carew, and Kirby Puckett, Ken Herbeck, Burt Blyleven, Jackie Robinson, names that are synonymous with baseball, but in many cases synonymous with Twins baseball. And it was a great honor for us to retire number 10, and I think it's very neat that there's a number 10 here on this backstop. You know, we're blessed with a lot of people in our organization. Tom Kelly started out as a player, worked his way through the minor leagues as a minor league manager, minor league coach, came to the major leagues, became a major league manager, won 2 world championships, has his number retired. He was very inspirational at the early stages of my career, and really deserves a tremendous amount of credit for the Twins brand today and how strong it is throughout the upper Midwest.
Without further ado, Tom Kelly.
Thank you to everybody for coming here today. Mr. St. Peter, our president of the Minnesota Twins, I remember when he first started with the Twins, and I watched him grow. And I remember telling my bullpen coach at the time, Rich Stelmazik, that we got to take care of this guy because this guy knows what he's doing. And he was really sort of on the bottom, and he worked his way up. And I can't tell you what, you know, for him to come all the way over to this side, or the right side of town, and drive all the way back to the wrong side, it means quite a lot to me. The game of baseball is about the players. And we have players on both sides. We have players, I'm sure, in the back wanting to play. But this is quite an honor to, I like that number 10 hanging up there. That's a pretty good deal. But I told Dave, I wish that I had a field this nice to play on. It makes you really appreciate what you have and the opportunity that you have. And Dave's right. The game's supposed to be fun. Have fun. Play it the best you can. Keep your chin up at all times. And believe me, I wouldn't be here unless I had good players, and the Twins gave me a lot of really great players. So that's the only reason I'm standing here. So let's forget all this talk and let's get the game started, because that's what everybody wants to see. Have fun
It's
tonight.
special. There's no question about it. It gives, I don't know, for me, I just like to see the kids play, you know. So every time we drive by a ball field or a playing field of any sorts, we're always looking to see if the kids are playing and, you know, getting after it a little bit. And this is just another opportunity for the kids to play. And it looks like the Twins and the city of Maplewood has done a terrific job of fixing this one up and giving the kids a great chance to have some fun on a real nice field. So that makes it a lot of fun for everybody.
I can imagine that you could go anywhere and live comfortably. What makes Maplewood
Well, we
so
like it
special?
Maplewood. It's blue collar, and we like blue collar a real lot. And secondly, the town has done just a great job of here. I enjoy it here. My wife's family is in Little Canada, so that's, you know, close for her, and I enjoy it. Actually, I enjoy the change of seasons. I stay pretty busy, and I get to do TV announcing every once in a while, so that's sort of fun. And so there's plenty to do, plus there's a lot of weeds in my house, so we end up picking weeds too. But I have you know, we stay awful busy, and we just enjoy the area.
If you were to give the Twins a pep talk right now, what would you say?
Well, I think once we get our pitching straightened out a little bit better, especially our starting pitching, we get that going a little bit better, a little more consistent, then I think we're going to be just fine, because I think we do have enough players to be successful. And I think, but we do have to straighten out a few things in the pitching end of it. And once we get to that point, then we're going to move forward.
And maybe have some more world championships?
Well, let's one step at a time.
What's your name, son?
What?
What's your name?
Ben.
Ben, all right, Ben, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
We're going to try to throw it straight. Why don't you stand up, son? Ready? Ow, that hurt. Very good. That's one strike.
You still got it.
Yeah,
Still
wow,
got it.
impressive.
Yeah, you could pitch better than any Twin right now, that's for sure. Also, cool for that catcher there, that youth baseball player able to
Yeah.
make a.
And we'd like to thank Local Image for
Absolutely.
that footage, Judy Skyboss, for letting us use that.
That's for sure. It's that time of year again. Folks are eager to get out there on the slopes, brah, and here's a look at Trailhagen. Cool. You ever do any of that stuff?
I have snowboarded once in my life, and I fell down the side and couldn't get back up, and I've never gone again. It was a very traumatic experience.
You know, I'm always playing. I've always been playing hockey in the winter, so I've never really had time to go out there. And but I do want to. I think this year I might actually, do it. I might go out there. Producer Nick Anderson is going to take me out one time. We're going to film, and it's going to be hilarious results.
Good luck.
I've never done it. I went to Wild Mountain one time, and it was in the summer for some, winter motocross thing or something. So
I think I'm more of a snow tube kind of girl.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Until you flip over. I've always wanted to do snow tubing. It seems easy enough because you really just sit there and you go down the hill and then you get up and you hug your mom afterward and you said, "Great job," right? Is that how it's done?
Partially, I guess.
Partially, okay. Ray Ridstrand took it was a tragic story over the summer back in August, took a tough beating in the streets of St. Paul, but he has done some amazing things since then in his recovery. And some folks here at the station did some amazing things as well. They held a fundraiser back on Saturday at the Goodrich Golf Dome, and over $14,000 raised for Ray. Absolutely unreal job by the folks here on the commission. Judy Sky Voss was a huge part in this. So you can continue to follow Ray's progress on his Caring Bridge, caringbridge.com/visit/Ray Widstrand. And he is truly an inspiration as he has done some really cool things. His family's nice. And it's really cool to see. All the media outlets here did this story on it. It was cool. Got the word out, and we wish the best to Ray, and we hope to see him again soon back here at the station.
Very soon, yes.
So, regardless, by the way, we got to go back to Tara Hobbs a little bit, just because I'm kind of biased here. I watched her all last year. We had a couple of games here on TV 19. How cool is that as a freshman, being able to do some amazing things, get Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year? How cool is that? That's amazing.
Absolutely. It's so cool, and it's so fun to watch these players. That's what I love about working here is we get to watch them progress throughout their high school career, and then to see them do well when they hit the college level is even more exciting. We have quite a few players that are doing really well in college and on to bigger and better things. So
yeah, as you said, you get to see them grow from sophomores to juniors to seniors, and then now we get to see them even past that. We've even, I guess going back off the top of my head in recent years, this is going a long time ago, but White Bear hockey player Jake Hansen was a big deal in high school, and we covered him, but I was way too young. But back in early 2000s, I watched him on TV 19. It was awesome.
And he played for the Gophers.
And then he plays for the Gophers, and he's doing some, I believe, junior stuff now. But it's just really cool to see that, and really awesome to see players succeed in college. And we're hopefully, and I'm going to be doing my best. I'm working hard, trying to get an interview with Tara, hopefully in a couple weeks. Can't guarantee anything, but fingers crossed that the SI Sports Information Director gets back to me over at the U. We can do some sort of story because it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good luck to the Montevideo tennis team at state. That's always awesome to make it to the state tournament. The cool things you get to do that week from just being with your team all weekend and all that. And I've even talked to some players who've gone to state tournaments in volleyball and wrestling, especially wrestling too. And it's like sometimes yes, you want to win, yes, that matters, but everything else around it is so much fun that it's worth it, and it's so cool. So
well, and that's what they strive for.
Right.
That's what they play for all season long, is to make it to that big stage and be able to play in the state tournament. So I think it's an experience either way, but we'd like to see some wins. Good luck.
Yeah, a couple quick corrections before we head off. I've never been to prison. I hope not. I don't think so.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're getting there. And then also Halloween's in a few weeks. Wow, that's coming up pretty fast. So what are you going to be for Halloween?
Me?
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot here.
I haven't decided yet. What about you?
I was looking at this Super Mario Brothers costume at Walmart the other day.
Which one will you be? I'll be the other.
I'll be a Mario, you can be Luigi.
Perfect.
What's wrong with us? All right, for the crew here, Ellen Becker, Nick Anderson, Richard Curry, Adam Plorin, Zach Kingsley. I hope I'm naming everybody. Nathan Newman, everybody else. I'm Zach Elverson. I'm probably forgetting somebody. Right?
I'm Jamie Dustin.
And thanks for watching. Sports Path. Come back a couple weeks. We'll be here
Have
live.
a good one.
5 o'clock.